You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist an evildoer. If anyone strikes you on the right cheek, turn the other also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your coat, give your cloak as well. And if anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go also the 2nd mile. How does a person react to being offended? Technically, I read one of the places says these concepts are the oldest laws that we have in written history. The law of retaliation. This was known. This was found in other law codes, not just in the Bible. Other societies had similar rules because you know how people are. If you poke me in the eye, I might not just poke you in your eye. I might poke you in your eye, kick you in the leg, throw you out you know what I mean? That's how we are. So these laws, while to us it sounds kind of crazy, they did provide some type of limiting retribution. And so you see Cain and Abel, you go, wow, I can't believe Cain did that. And then you start to see how people are progressively getting worse. And guess what those Roman soldiers that were occupying, and they were running things there in that area of the world, you know what, if a Roman soldier came up to you and said, hey, pick that up, you know what you had to do, Jewish person? Pick it up. The hatred would probably just boil, the heat would just rise up. And what would your attitude be like when you went over to that pack? I know what mine would be like. If I hadn't prayed to Jesus that day, I'd be like, yeah, this pack, oh yeah, I'll get it real quick, you know. Take my dignity away from me like this heavy pack. Just pick me out of the crowd. I got stuff to do, and I can't do nothing about it, right? Think of the Jim Crow South. Hey, boy, come over here. You know, you retaliate, you're done. What are you feeling? And Jesus is tapping into it. See, these things are not easy. Jesus said, okay, they force you to go a mile, and that's their right. How are you going to go that mile? How are you going to walk that mile? What kind of attitude are you going to have? Because if you just let it fester, this is wrong, I hate this is evil, these people are terrible, all the things you can think, every step of that mile, that shapes how you view this world. And it shapes who you become. And maybe you don't retaliate in that moment, but by the time you get home and your wife says something to you a little funny, you might retaliate then. Or your neighbor doesn't give you your tool back and you go over and tell him what's wrong with him. Who are you becoming? Or are you going to go, this is wrong, I have no desire to pick this pack up. But Mr. Roman, you know, how are you doing today? I read in my Bible this morning about serving people. How far am I supposed to go anyway? Where are we going? I'll take it further if you need. I know you got your emperor, but I got one too. And King Jesus tells me, I'm going to carry this pack as long as you want, even further. Because I serve another king. And I want him to shape who I am in the inside out. So let's walk this mile and let's keep it going.